Today, let's begin the end of the trilogy
of Donkey Kong Country 3. This is a game Wolf Plays channel. What's up? It's not the morning when I'm doing this, but hey, I'm finally gonna do this again. I've helped some capiches do this before, and now you get to see how I do it again. Only this time with added extra commentary. And also, it really turned out better than last time, too. Oddly enough. I'm not sure how I keep upping myself, but I do. I should just focus it towards other Donkey Kong countries, hey? Yeah, I know.
Dixie Kong's Double Trouble.
What do they mean by the Double Trouble? Good question. I'm not honestly certain by that title. I think it just means that because DK and Diddy Kong have been kidnapped, hence the double troubleness. Hey, you can put in your initials on this VHS set, or, 5 letters, in case you have 5 names. So they call me Grand Leaf Ferguson. Okay. This is Wrinkly Save Cave, and guess what? You don't have to pay to save anymore. Isn't that lovely? Although the coins aren't banana-based now, they go towards a different type of NPC, a very useful one, as you know. At least Wrinkly Kong's keeping in good shape, gotta employ the cardio. Obviously, she is Gen X then. She's Boomer or Gen X or something. What do you think? Was the age discrepancy, right? Tell him to stop wasting money on Swanky's bonus. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Cranky doesn't give out advice anymore. Honestly, that is the one take from this, is that, hey, where's the Cranky advice? It's just not there. It's just because Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong aren't there. It's just like, fuck off, This is Bazaar. And it's his general store. And he likes to rip you off. Just like Tom Nook. Just like Uncle Moneybags and every Ferengi and Wario and everybody. I don't have any money to show off with, but over the course of the game, I will have more than enough money due to the way I ritually do this. It just turns out that way, without too much effort from myself.
Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O, you don't got the money. Can't just give you nothing, so you're gonna have to leave, alright? No hopers, alright?
50 coins, yeah. It's the most expensive item in the game. I wonder. Cranky Kong's great-grandfather's mirror, or however many greats. It's the oldest Kong. The original, King Kong Origins. There's that whole Universal Studios lawsuit between Donkey Kong and King Kong. Interesting story, I imagine. Except Kong always means gorilla, so you'd be copyrighting gorillas. Silly Universal. Of course, Nintendo doesn't really learn from that kind of thing, but hey, they're different people running the company. It happens to every company. So this is Cousin Kitty. It's your stand-in, strong man, strong toddler jokes. Ahoy. I guess some people don't like this game because of this character. I don't mind. Really, this is a completely different experience for me. It feels like... I don't know what it feels like. It's very different, and yet familiar. So what I'm saying is, just make more levels. That's all you really need to do. I'll be happy. I don't understand where the difficulty of it comes from, except for the unusual things this game will throw at you that you're not expecting. Because why would you expect them? This just kind of happens. Alright, this is a cave. You gotta play Simon. Simon says you gotta go in this cave. When you have matched the pattern, which doesn't take much effort for me, for a good reason. And then you free the banana bird from its crystal. I don't know what the hell the lore is here, because it's just like, here, have a bird in the shape of a banana. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah, I don't know either. Like orangutanga, we hold you in our heart. we like to salute your shorts and make some other references that no one cares about these days because, I don't know, it's funny to have Nickelodeon try to make new shows per, like, generation of kids because they constantly have to change it up. You know, kids are the most volatile demographic because no one stays a kid for long. Yeah, watch me trying to
Carry him, yes. Go up here with our good old team up.
obviously much more useful with Kitty being the stronger man and Dixie kind of having a hard time. However, it does have some uses, such as when I want to actually stay as Dixie, or when I want to smash the ground, which doesn't get used a lot. There's a lot of things that don't happen a lot in this game that should happen more, but again, prime for level editors. So you throw Kitty into the crack and kablamos. That's right.
We're going to collect the 50 of the stars. There's 2 bonuses per level,
with an exception towards the end. But most of the time, too, it's streamlined, very streamlined. It is very difficult to forget where these things are. It's not like you could have missed it. You would have saw it there in your first trial, be like, how do I do this? And the bonus coin, it's just a B on a coin. No big deal. Speaking of coins, this is Coin, who holds a coin with the DK thing on it. I don't know what the Kremling's doing with those coins. At all. But needless to say, it makes a fun puzzle to try to hit his ass with a steel barrel every time you run across him. Once per level, naturally. Getting all the... There's a lot of invisible items in this game that don't become visible until you touch them. Like, way more so than Donkey Kong Country 2, which did happen. Look at these moves. I'm skipping stones. So yeah, you tap the jump button as you're rolling into it, and then you hop a couple times. This only comes useful to me exactly 2 times. The rest is just for fun.
got muscle.
Oh yes, all the 1-up balloons are now Dixie Kong faces, because Dixie Kong is a protagonist. Really, we don't learn a lot about Dixie Kong, Diddy Kong like we should. Maybe we should. These are the not quite right bananas. There's random placement, but it's chosen from like a set of places for them to show up in. There isn't any rhyme or reason otherwise, just that there's only a limited amount to go around. And it's always 15. 15's the magic number. Kind of the RNG of Donkey Kong Country 3, as you know, or don't know. What do you know? What I do know is there's no Rambi. Instead, you have
Elephant the elephant.
I mean, it's Ellie. Okay? You got an elephant. It can suck up barrels. Cool. I guess. I don't know. I think people hate in this game too much, when really it's just because people like the second one more. So, I don't know. It's always exaggeration in order to get clicks, I would think. But truth be told, I think the real reason is because it was 96. You know how many games are coming out in 96? And you want this to compete? Yeah, right, man. Wait, like Duke Nukem 3D, you had the fucking N64 and PS1 stuff, and then you just have this for the Super Nintendo. People just didn't have time for that. That's pretty much what was going on. So it wasn't bad, it was just overlooked, in my opinion. I just happened to have it because I didn't have an N64 until 98. Then you bet your ass I had an N64 for a while. In some ways I still do, but, you know, there'll be some N64 happenings, for sure. Mostly of the Mario variety. Of course, you know, there's a huge Mario 64 ROM hacking community. It's just somehow completely different from just regular ROM hacking community. I don't understand it myself, but, you know, I will pick the ones that are worth playing for y'alls. All the critters seem to have counterparts in this game that are different. I mean, they function this similar way, but can't help but feel they're kind of mass-produced in some sort of fashion. Yes, you have to throw Kitty up there, otherwise you're not getting through. Because as Dixie, you have to float through with the air, with her hair. Collect 60 stars. You bet your dairy air. Like these doors. They just open. I open the doors, the opportunity gets through the shutter, and I say to you, what is the theme of this game? I don't know. First time I play this, I'm like, oh, it just feels like, you know, American woodlands. So, really, this feels like you're going out in the Midwest. Maybe. Don't know. It just says this game takes place in the Northern Hemisphere. So I'm going with that. Just regular North American shit that you've come to know and love about the North American stuff. Without it being too modern, it's up there though. It's at least industrial age. So late 1800s, I would gather this game is set in. If you could mark such things, it doesn't really matter. You know, it's a lot brighter. It's less darker. I mean, it's still a serious game. It's just the tone people get. It's like, oh yes, it's friendlier. It's like, I don't know about that. Go to the bonus. It is the onus on you onus. That's right. Oh, find the coin. Oh, is that what you gotta do? Gee, that's like the most basic way of doing this. Get to the end of the thing! Alright. Oh, hold on. These door handles usually have something under them. Not today, sucker! And they don't even open anything. They just let you slightly waddle downwards and hope that you don't get your ass beaten by bees. Or they're like mechanical bees, though. They're not zingers, are they? In fact, I don't remember the names of these guys because that part I didn't remember. But they function like zingers. They're zingers. Okay. And there's two kinds. The green, which are normal, and the red, which, unlike the red ones in 2, which are completely invincible, the third one, there is a way to get rid of them. And that is with TNT barrels. So the TNT barrels use your end-all be-all weapon. Okay, it just knocks it out of the park. You know, quick barrel moves that don't quite work in my favor. That's alright. Like I said, I didn't do too bad. There's only like a couple handfuls of deaths this entire run. What is this music? I mean, it's great, but I don't know what's going on here. It's like jazzy. It's functional. It's, I don't know. Is that what being in a mill is like? You just get out the sweet jazz groove? Ding, 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 ding. And a bunch of xylophones. Are there xylophonists in jazz bands?
I need to know. For musical science purposes.
Gee, I don't know. I don't know why those doors are, or those handles are slightly darker. I've always noticed that. The only reason I'm taking the slow, safe way of going down is because there's a 2 up to the right somewhere. Right about now. There we go. And then I just float the way downwards.
To victory!
And beyond? Yeah. Okay.
That is great! Great Scott!
There's a wrinkly save cave in every world. It's your save point. What do you want from me? You get to save in a cave. And it's cool. See, Wrinkly Kong is so cool that she can play Super Mario 64. Yeah. Oh, it's coming. This'll be a big Mario 64 channel pretty soon. Yeah. So, if you like Doom, you like Quake, you like Mario World, you like Mario 64, you're right at home. Because I like that stuff. It's popular, but then you go off into, like, the weird modded stuff, and it gets really wacky and fun. Even when it, like, makes no sense to the mainstream eye. That's fine. You know, trying to figure out what the fuck the difficulty curve sometimes is a beast in itself, but it's amazing. Oh yeah, every world has a cave with the Simon Says thing in it too. Except the quote-unquote last one. I suppose there's a reason for that. I'm not sure. I sure do all like the weird palette choices for these caves, even though they don't ultimately matter. So yeah, smugglers. This is my first encounter with the word smuggling, and I didn't know what the fuck it meant. Oh, I know what it means now. It's just that it was just a weird thing for me to see without knowing what it meant. This is Barnacle. Barnacle Bill. That's me. I'm gonna show up in Spear of Destiny. Yep. I'll see you there. Fuck. Sport it. I need my shell. Where's my DOS shell, man? I don't know. Okay. Well, that's nice. I'm gonna go get a shell because Bazzalo has a shell for me to buy. It's relatively cheap. Oh, I believe it was 5 bear coins. We're gonna go get that shit. Funky Kong, as cool as ever. Kind of an idol for, like, mechanical apprenticeships everywhere. He's a blue-collar worker. He takes pride in his work. This shell was found at the bottom of Lake Orangutan. Ha ha ha! I stole it. Bitches. You're just a girl and a baby. I don't give a fuck about you. Hey, if you want to know who owns the castle, you better have one more coin than you have. Ha ha ha. Well, maybe I don't want to know. Maybe I don't care about the plot. Maybe it's not really that important. You know? I'm saving for Swankies, you know? What do you mean? Who's this Link? Should I be doing Zelda LPs? Probably. Don't you worry about that, friend. 500 rupees. That's not even possible in the first game. So obviously this game was made after Link to the Past. Whoops. And he was trying to do some... it was insulting him, but yeah. Shells being the wrong shape. I wonder if that has to do with Link's Awakening, or if he thought it was the Triforce. Yeah. Maybe he was looking for a gold triangle. He found a golden shell that I picked up. It's like, hey,
This isn't the Triforce. Put it back. The Try-Hard Force, more like. Ho-ho!
we need some sort of spare parts, you know? Yeah, so throughout this game, like the shell, there'll be other inventory items you can put in the top corner. I guess the most you can have at once is 4, even though it's really only a total of, like, 8 actual items. So, yeah, it's kind of a weird quality of this game to make it seem sort of point-and-click adventure-ish. Not really, but it's weird and awesome. Just like how the overworld has a bit of free roaming to get around when you're in the water, especially. What a beautiful shell! It's just what I need to finish off me collection. That is the wrong voice to use. You'll forgive me for not constantly reading this stuff out loud. It's just any games with which is majority dialogue, like in this one, oddly enough, is not going to be read by me or built by me. Yeah, I'm an engineer. I wish I was an engineer, actually. But the thing about engineering is you need a reason to make something. Even if you can make it, you know. Designing is very important, you see. Alright, I'm trading it in, okay? I just want to see the other dialogue. I know maybe the audience does too. Sometimes it's worth it, sometimes it's not. That is, never know what you're gonna get sort of deal, huh? Yeah.
Tidal trouble. With the power of the moon.
Okay, it's a lot like Lakeside Limbo, except you'll actually need to go in the water. And, you know, the current is going. It's going bananas here. In fact, yeah, that's what makes this different from the first levels. The water's freaking moving. Look at that. Oh, swim faster. You know, in Japan, Kiddy Kong's name is actually Dinky Kong, to keep with the DK theme. As in, the barrel has to be D, so... You're not going to see a KK barrel. I suppose there's a good reason for that, actually, so that might have something to do with that. Either way, I don't know why they didn't think Dinky wasn't a word. Weird localization team. What the fuck? Especially because, you know, if you could say Dinky in Japan, right? So, I don't know. I don't get why we use different words when we speak the same fucking language. Like, why is Star Fox Lilac Wars? Whose decision was that? Other shit. Collect 30 stars. If you don't, I will be angry. You better get them. What I don't want to see. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. Singing at the lounge. Like you're one of the Rat Pack. That's right. Oh yeah. As opposed to the second game, more often than not, you won't be riding the animals as all. More often, you'll be transformed to the animal. Only rarely do you actually get to ride these animals. Very strange, but I guess it doesn't really matter, since it's arguably the same. It's just that when you're riding one, well, I feel like you technically have an extra hit point, so whatever. But yeah, they don't go into all this
Transmogrification in 3, 2, 1.
I don't know how I remember most of these invisible bear coin places, but hey, you know, work with me. There's those things that replace the dragonflies. Yeah. There's nothing creepier than a barrel that is also a living thing. Time that carefully, because it's the only way you're getting up here. If you think you're going to try to team jump in mid-air from that far distance, you're wrong. That's not going to happen. You can't team up by jumping out of the water either. Don't try it. I tried it. It didn't go anywhere. It's not going to work. Bash the baddies with my fist. Methinks this baby has done steroids. Or something. And he's also completely top-heavy. What is it with this character? I don't know. It's not like... I mean, he's not intelligent, but that's because he's just a freaking baby, man. What do you want from me? I guess he's like there's kind of a Pebbles Bam Bam dynamic, I suppose. I'm told in North America the ad for this game, which is Kitty in like a badass biker suit, it's like, I'm Dixie's new boyfriend. It's like, that couldn't be further from the truth, my man. You are just a reason for Dixie Kong to be a babysitter. Because ha ha. Kitty Kong will never be seen again. Ever. Alright. That is it for now. You can see that I'm going to divide these worlds into 2 videos. So that should tell you something. It is a straightforward split, you know? Yeah. We're going to have fun with this thing.